I'm Chef Bravo, and welcome back. Come on in here. So if you haven't seen the video already, the first buck we got out here in Texas happened to be a beautiful 5-point, maybe 170-pound, beautiful white-tailed deer. So these are the ribs of that beautiful 5-point Texas buck, all vacuum sealed, ready to go. I cleaned this one myself. The first one I cleaned myself. The second one is still at the processor. If you ever bring things to a processor, understand that that takes time. They're processing several animals a year. It's been several weeks now, but if you want that beautiful processed meat, they can do it for you. But I did this one myself, so we're gonna go on ahead. We talked about vacuum seal bags. We cut them a little bit longer so that you can reuse these things because everything costs money. So cut it right there at the seam. Watch waste, boom, just like that. Right over here. Let's see what these ribs look like. Oh Lord, look at these things. Oh yes. All right, so go ahead. These bad boys right on there. Bad boys right on there. Here. Okay. It's right here. All right. And so here we have our beautiful, beautiful ribs. And so what you're gonna need to do this is these ribs are super big. I already have them sectioned out, like 3 ribs each, 3 ribs each. I'm gonna cut these things in half. In order to do that, you're gonna need some sort of hacksaw or some kind of bone saw, something like that. Get this really nice and easy. There it is. Got your ribs split. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. We'll tend to this in just a second. See here, just like that. All right. So take our ribs right over here. See any of this little fat right here? Just clean it up just a little bit. Clean up just a little bit. Just cut some of those chunks off like that. Good to go. Here, just check your pieces, just make sure they're good to go like you want them. Right. Yes, like that, like that. Yes, just Just kind of get a look at every single piece. Anything, when you take your shot, there may be some bruising or anything like that. You see any like discolored meat or anything darkening from just bruising, or these things just fighting during the rut, just go ahead and cut that away. You don't want that. That's it, just like that. Just those little pieces. You taking the time to do this. So a lot of people will just leave these ribs out there. I love ribs. If you love ribs, don't just leave them out there. Some people just trim out the meat in between them. If you love ribs, this is a simple way where you can come in. I mean, just put in just a little bit of work. Doesn't take too much. Have your stuff together, and yeah, man. This recipe calls for a full rack of ribs, so a whole side of your deer. Doe or buck doesn't make a difference, and your cook time is going to be all relative to the size of that rack of ribs. Let's see here. Good to go on that. Okay, let go of that. Okay. While you're doing this, you can pre-make your beef stock. This recipe, I'm going to use about 48 ounces of beef stock. I already have that over there made. Let me see here. All right, just going ahead. Take these bad boys right here. So we got everything all cleaned up, good to go. We're gonna put this into a slow cooker. Ours is an Instapot. It's gonna go in there for about 4 hours on high. Deer ribs, a lot of people will just disregard them because they tend to be a little bit tougher if you don't take the time and energy to boil them down or put them into a slow cooker. So if you want to just boil them, you can do that. Put them right on the stove, boil them up, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. Or you can put them into a slow cooker for about twice the amount of time and let the magic happen. All right, come on over. As you can see here, we have our ribs, we have all our seasonings, okay? So right over here, we're gonna start off with some salt and pepper. We have some Mediterranean sea salt, fresh cracked black pepper. All these things are gonna go into our dry rub. I'm gonna make right here, right in front of you. Cayenne pepper, turn it up a notch. A little garlic powder, onion powder, ground thyme, ground ginger, paprika, coriander, and this pilar sauce. Once we pull this out of our Instapot, out of our slow cooker after 4 hours, we're gonna finish these off on the grill. They'll already be cooked, they'll already fall off the bone. And you can check these things. If you're unsure about them, open up that Instapot, check them, make sure that they're fall off the bone already. And that's what you're looking for. And when you put them on the grill, we're just looking to get a little bit of a char on them, get that sauce on them. And we're gonna make our dry rub. We're gonna rub these things down. We're gonna put them into our Instapot with the broth and let the magic happen. So here we go. Got a lot of ribs there, so go with about a tablespoon. Salt. Equal parts with the pepper. little bit of cayenne. A little bit more cayenne. So everything I'm putting in here, I'm basically doing equal parts of everything. So everything has an equal flavor profile in these ribs. The only thing that I'm not adding here that you can add is some people like a hint of mustard in their dry rub. If you want to add some mustard seed or some dry mustard. If you want to sweeten it up a little bit, a lot of people like to add that brown sugar because of the barbecue sauce I'm using. It's a little South Florida thing, Pilar, Papa's Pilar dark rum barbecue sauce made by Ernest Hemingway. But this I found out here in Texas. Never seen it in Florida. Never seen it once in Florida. So we're trying this out. I think it's gonna be killer. I love that Pilar rum. So equal parts. A tablespoon in each of these. If you wanted to add more of anything, you could. Ground ginger, like I love ginger. So we're gonna add a little bit more. Add a little bit more ginger. Probably 2 tablespoons, because I really love that ginger. And I really find that it pops with the sauce in the end. Paprika, you certainly can add a little bit more paprika. That ain't gonna hurt nothing. Beautiful. That coriander. Beautiful. All right, and just like that, bring it all together. When you combine these things up, for me, your nose isn't gonna lie. When you're making your own rubs, just kind of get in there and just smell that. Yes, make sure it smells like something that you would want to eat. What do you think, Journey? That smell good? Journey's up on it. She's ready to go. Anything drops, she's got her back. All right, combine those spices really well. Okay. And even though there's no brown sugar in there, now that pretty much just looks like brown sugar. Here we go. So we're gonna take some of this right here, little by little. Take this all over here. Okay, get some all over everything. Beautiful, beautiful. Seasoning puppies all up. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. This dry rub smells amazing. Whatever dry rub you make, some of this recipe today, because I was trying to learn about, I'm always trying to learn, you guys know that. So shout out to MeatEater, Steve Ranella, did an episode a while back. I don't know if any of you guys follow MeatEater, but he does a whole bunch of cool stuff. Really admire him as an outdoorsman, so I like to watch his show. And he did a cooking special to like show people like you and me how to like do some of these things. So I actually, this recipe is inspired, so respect and credit to Steve Ranella for showing outdoorsmen how to do some of these things. how to prepare these ribs. The dry rub is unique to you though. These are the kind of spices that I like to use. Some of them you can take from things that inspire you out there, but this is more of a dry rub that I would use on my regular beef ribs, or any kind of pork ribs, anything like that. And the difference in this recipe is versus if you guys seen the other rib video I've done, is these are going to go into a slow cooker. We're going to season these things up really well right here. And the other way I do ribs is I boil the ribs right on the stove, no seasoning, no nothing, and then I let them cool a little bit, season them up, and then go on ahead and barbecue sauce them and finish them off in the oven. Today we're going to be finishing them off on the grill. So a little bit different. So when you're doing wild game, the idea is to make that nice broth, let it cook in that broth rather than just in water. To just let all those flavors combine, let all this seasoning seep into all the meat as it's sitting there cooking on high in your slow cooker. And what that's going to do over 4 hours is exactly what you think it's going to do. It's going to make the magic happen, baby. It's going to make this thing so beautiful and delicious. If you guys have recipes of your own, please feel free to share them. This is by no means anything that I do is things that I choose to share. I'm not saying that I'm any kind of expert on this thing, on cooking venison, but I do have a culinary arts degree from the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale. And so what I have to share with the world, and the fact that I love cooking and I'm an outdoorsman, that's why I share these things. These things are going to be useful to some people out there, not everybody, but I hope y'all enjoy it. If you see anything at all, anything, just take your time, get that seasoning rubbed on there, get all that rubbed on there real nice. All right. Oh yeah, take a look at that. Take a look at that. That is beautiful. All right. Let's see here. See those ribs? Come on in here real quick. Let me see that. Bam. Them things are woo-wee. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and crack open this Instant Pot. Now, you observe the time. Everything's already preset. Temp high. 4 hours. Look at the size of your Instant Pot. Now, depending on how big or small your Instant Pot is, you basically want to immerse these things in that cooking liquid. I am guesstimating. Cooking is not an approximate thing. That's why it's so fun. Baking is more approximate. So you want to basically immerse these things in your broth so that works for you. So that's why we cut it into about 3 rib pieces in width, and that way we can lay it all in there just like that, and it can fit. If you were to try to do a whole rack just straight up right in there like that, good luck to you. Good luck to you. Any of you guys ever have that little game when you were a child and fitting squares and rectangles and stuff into the right places? Yeah, man, just go on ahead and chop it up. I just went out this morning actually and got the proper hacksaw to do this because I was doing it before with a wood saw all season long. Right. Okay. Go. Bang. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Oh yeah. There it is, right in there. And that worked out quite nicely. That's pretty much right where we want to be. Okay. Not bad. Okay. So just shift it around just a little bit to make it all work. Okay. Get all in there. Get it worked out so everything is pretty much immersed. So you get the desired result you're looking for. And that is it, family. Just like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, come right here. Pop this thing on. Shut it down. Come on over here. You guys are seeing it first. 4 hours, seasoned up. Texas buck ribs, these beautiful venison ribs, a whole slab. Hitting the start button. It's going down. We'll see you back here in like 4 hours. We're gonna open this bad boy up, get these things sauced up and get them on the grill. All right. Check this time right here. 20 minutes on the Instapot. All right, so now we can come right over here. 375. You got the extra virgin olive oil, the fresh Brussels sprouts, halved Mediterranean sea salt, fresh cracked black pepper, olive oil. Going into the oven. And have these bad boys in there for about an hour. Our ribs will be all out in like 20 minutes or so. And put them on the grill. Everything will be coming out all together. Oh yeah. All right, y'all, and just like that, we are back. Check our time rate. In 2 minutes, our Brussels are gonna be done. We're gonna go on ahead and pull this out. But check me out right here in our Instapot. Here it is, moment of truth. Let's see what we have here. Oh Lord. Ooh, those smells, y'all. Oh my goodness, thing smells beautiful. It's been in here for 4 hours. Getting beautiful, getting delicious. Go ahead and pull these things out. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Sitting there in our slow cooker on high for 4 hours. Our beautiful venison ribs. That Texas buck. Oh yeah. We got the grill already seasoned up, ready to go. Just like that, y'all. Sound of inevitability. Some beautiful Brussels. Oh Lord. Looking beautiful. Looking delicious. Did 350 degrees. We decided to decrease the temperature down to 350 degrees instead of running at 375. Put it in there for 45 minutes. Those look beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna just pull them out just for a second. I'm gonna get these ribs on and I'm probably gonna toss these right back in. Let this oven's off and let that oven cool down, but I'm probably gonna toss them right back in just to keep them warm so we have nice hot Brussels sprouts that are good to go. So here, the pilar. Ernest Hemingway barbecue sauce right there. Okay. Papa's pilar dark rum sauce. We have it right here in the bowl. Let's come on out here. This thing started. Barbecue sauce on. Barbecue sauce on. Oh yeah. Sauce all over there. Beautiful. Let's turn these bad boys over. Ooh, loud. All this stuff is, remember this is venison, so everything's very lean. So get that good paint job on there with that sauce. Do all this justice. And in a few minutes we're gonna have something super beautiful. Oh yeah, check that out. All sauced up in that Papa's pilar. Beautiful full rack, 5-point Texas buck ribs. Oh yeah, those venison ribs are gonna be to die for. 4 hours in the slow cooker, on the grill, sauced up, gonna crisp them up. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and shut that down. Just like that. Shut that down. Yes. We'll see y'all in just a minute. Alright. And just like that, y'all. Boom. 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 Oh man, these things smell delicious, beautiful, and delicious. it, y'all. Beautiful venison ribs. Wait, there's more. Got the oven, just keeping them warm. Beautiful Brussels sprouts. Here's to y'all. A little sip before the taste test. Let's see. The Shining Bach out here in Texas. This smells so great, y'all. Smells so good. All right, so we're just gonna come right here on this beautiful piece. You see these beautiful ribs right here? Just gonna go on ahead and find that piece right there. Y'all, that's hot. Right off the grill. So it just pulls away. Y'all, that is tender and delicious, and that is so good. I wish y'all were here to try it. Going ahead and try these Brussels. Gotta try them from both ends of the pan. Make sure. Fresh Brussels split in half. Olive oil, salt and pepper, good to go. We got the beautiful broth reserved from our slow cooker. 2 full mason jars. That's gonna be great for some udon noodle soup. You know I'm Asian style. You know I love to do udon noodle soup. So we reserve that. Nothing is wasted, as you can see, because these are bone-in ribs. And we made our own beef stock to put in to our slow cooker while these were in there on high for 4 hours. It yielded us this beautiful, beautiful broth. Tasted it afterwards, and it was just too good to discard. So we're saving it. This can be frozen, kept in the fridge just for a little while. But this is gonna make some beautiful udon noodle soup. It's a great base for anything else you want to use, your beef/venison stock. These ribs are good to go. Thank you to the MeatEater for the inspiration and teaching young outdoorsmen like myself how to better ourselves and prepare these meals. Steve Ranella made this recipe, and I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I took some inspiration from that and how to cut and prepare this. A lot of people just waste these ribs or just trim out the meat from it. I love ribs, so I was thinking venison ribs gotta be good. So we put it all together, used some inspiration from a great outdoorsman out there teaching young bucks like myself how to get out there and enjoy the outdoors and to do this, bring it home and enjoy the rest of the process, because the process doesn't just end with a hunt. When you come home, you get to enjoy preparing it. You're attached to that food because you help work to prepare everything. You help work to harvest it. And so you come home, put some love into it, just like everything else, and it's gonna be beautiful and delicious. Hope y'all enjoyed this. If you did, please share this with your family and friends. This came from my first buck I ever shot in Texas 5-point buck. It's in part 1 of the Texas whitetail deer hunting series on my Bravo Unlimited YouTube channel. Y'all check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, adventure is out there. I'll see you guys on the hunt.